It's Sunday today, and on Sundays we do this special series, Why Do Catholics? Um, so today we're going to look at why do Catholic popes have consistories and why do Catholic clergy wear so many colors. It's a question that has come up and I said I'll answer it. Now, we know that Pope Francis is creating 20 new cardinals. It was supposed to be 21, but one cardinal declined. So he's creating 20 new cardinals in what is called a consistory this month. So what exactly is a consistory and why is this one special? Now, a consistory is simply a meeting of cardinals which is called by the Holy Father. And there are two kinds of consistories. If it's an extraordinary consistory, then the entire College of Cardinals will be present for the meeting. And if it's an ordinary consistory, not all of them have to be present there. The consistory that is going to take place on August 27, 2022, at which the new cardinals will be created, is an ordinary consistory. Pope Francis has also called for a 2-day extraordinary consistory on the 29th and the 30th to discuss his recent reforms in the Roman Curia, which is the main governing body of the church. So technically we have an ordinary consistory and then an extraordinary consistory this time. So all the cardinals of the world have been summoned to Rome, except those for health reasons or restrictions by their nations may not be able to come. But extraordinary consistories means the boss has summoned you, come to Rome. That's what it means, plain and simple. Okay, so what's so special about this year's consistory? So here's the thing. You know, we have all cheered and rooted for the members of our group since we were young children, and we've always rooted and cheered for our own little groups, no matter what those groups have been. See, even if you hate sports, you will do a little victory dance if you are from a particular team or from the red house in school. We used to have red house, yellow house, blue house, green house. Your red house wins, you do a little bit of a victory dance. Man United wins, whether you're a football fan or not, but you're rooting for them, you'll do a little victory dance. Let me give you another example. The child in our family who pursues a career as a doctor, CPA, business person, etc., makes us all feel very proud. Even if you're never spoken to a classmate in your school who then goes on to become a famous actor or a famous personality, you know you'll be gushing over them when they appear on the screen, and you'll say, do you know that chap was from my school, that chap was with me in college. As some of us say, that chap played marbles with me. Okay, as Indians, we brag about the number of medals our country won in the Olympics or in the Commonwealth Games recently. And even if you have no interest in cricket, you'll still feel that little twang of delight when you hear that India has won the match. We feel it even more if India has won a match against Pakistan. Okay, but here's why I'm building this up. This year, we as the community of Indian Catholics have been blessed with the joy of celebrating the elevation of 2 Indian bishops to the rank of cardinals. The first is the Archbishop of Goa, Philip Neri Ferrao, and I'm very happy to say that I quite recently, by chance, had lunch with him in Sarvodaya in Goregaon. But I feel particularly happy because when my parents celebrated their Golden Jubilee, we celebrated it at the chapel of the Archbishop of Goa. Cardinal Oswald Gracious came, Bishop Philip Neri was there. We had also the bishop, the auxiliary bishop of Ranchi, Bishop Theo. So I feel particularly proud that the Archbishop of Goa, Philip Neri Ferrao, will be raised to the rank of the Prince of the Church. And the other Archbishop is that of Hyderabad, Anthony Pula. Now, what's more, also interestingly, that many people may not know, is that Archbishop Pula was born a member of the Dalit community. The word Dalit immediately triggers so many stories in our minds and so many thoughts in our minds, which have elements of horrifying circumstances, great sacrifice, and immense also bravery for this community that has suffered much. Even today, members of the Dalit community face injustice and discrimination, even the Dalit Catholics and Dalit Christians. It's God's grace that we get to witness these leaps of progress and celebrate these victories with our people of our country. When you watch the consistory, or really any event at the Vatican, all the people you'll see wearing bright red are cardinals. The proper name for what they wear is, the color is not just red, it is scarlet red. And you probably heard me say before that it signifies their readiness. Scarlet red stands for blood. It signifies their readiness to defend the church, to fight for the church, even to the point of spilling their blood. Now, bishops who are not cardinals, on the other hand, wear a color very similar to purple, which is technically called amaranth red. Okay, I don't even think some of the bishops know this. It's called amaranth red. It's not really a purple. It's somewhere between a red and a purple. So while bishops and cardinals will both, of course, cardinals wear scarlet red, amaranth red is what bishops wear, but while they both will be wearing cassocks in these colors, they also wear something on their head. They will either have a skull cap, which is called a zucchetto, or they have a biretta. It's a four-cornered cap. If ever you come to our museum in Goregaon, you'll see them. But there are also men who wear the purple like a bishop, but they don't wear anything on their heads. They're called monsignors. Yeah. In the Archdiocese of Bombay, we've taken a decision to drop giving this title of monsignors to anybody. I think the last one was given by special exception and bestowed by the Holy Father, but the Holy Father himself has dropped this title of monsignors. He was a little clear when he spoke to the clergy, and he said, you desire to become career priests, and so he's dropped this whole title. But anyway, monsignors, which mean really monsignor, which means mon is mine, senior is Lord. Monsignor really means my Lord. It was an honorary title given to men who contributed in a very outstanding way to the church, and but they've never become bishops. They may become bishops at a later stage, but at that point of time, they were priests who had done exemplary work, and so were given this title of Monsignor. Okay, I always remember when I say Monsignor, I always remember Monsignor Neres Rodriguez, who was the one who wrote my letter of introduction to the seminary. Lastly, priests like myself simply wear black, and many people ask me, are you a redemptorist father? The technical color for a priest is not a white cassock. Can I say that again? The technical color for a priest is not a white cassock. It's a black cassock. It's only the Holy Father who, strictly speaking, is allowed to wear white. But in tropical countries like India, also in countries like continents like Africa, in parts of Asia, the clergy are allowed to wear white. But other than this exception, as I said, only the Pope wears white. If I travel to Rome, I would look very odd dancing around in a white cassock. Yeah, everybody would laugh at me. Now, speaking of the Pope, in the next video, I'll tell you why we have a Pope in the first place. So, introduce you to the concept of Pope and what it really means. It's nothing but Papa. It means father. That's what Pope means, Papa. So, we talk about that next Sunday when I meet you again at 4 o'clock. But for now, I'll see you tomorrow at 9 a.m. because 9 a.m. is always with Father Warner. Bye, everybody.